Ever take a moment to think about those little matchboxes?
Oh, yeah.
You know, the journey they take to end up in our hands.
Yeah, it's a surprisingly intricate process for something we use every day.
It really is. And that's what we are diving into today, the world of safety matches.
Right.
More specifically, Pi Exim, a safety match exporter in India.
Definitely fascinating company.
Yeah, they gave this whole presentation about their process. So
Great.
yeah, so we got that in front of us.
Okay.
And are you ready to get this fire started?
I am. Let's crank it up.
Okay, so Pi Exim is based in Madurai, which is known as the Temple City in India.
Mm-hmm.
But their matches end up in over 45 countries.
Wow.
So what kind of scale are we talking about here?
Millions of matchboxes.
What?
They manage a bunch of different brands.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, some you might even recognize, like Yankee or Derby.
Wow, that's impressive. So from Madurai to the world.
Yeah.
But let's back up a bit before those shipping containers are going across the ocean.
Sure.
Let's zoom in on the production process itself. So where does it all begin?
So every single matchbox starts with something called a job order card.
Okay.
And then it's all about sourcing the raw materials.
Okay, what kind of materials are we talking?
So you need high-quality wood for the splints,
Okay.
cardboard for the boxes, custom artwork for each brand,
Right.
and of course the chemicals that make the match headlight.
It's amazing how many pieces have to come together for something we use so casually.
Totally.
Is there anything surprising in those raw materials?
Well, the wood choice is interesting.
Okay.
They can use either aspen or matty wood. And each of them has its own unique burning properties.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and it gives them flexibility to meet different customer preferences.
Oh, okay. So like some people might want a faster burn.
Right, exactly. Or a slower one or a more even flame.
So they're really tailoring the wood to the customer's needs.
Precisely.
That's pretty cool. So what happens once they've got all the materials?
All right, well, picture this,
Okay.
this carefully choreographed dance on the production line. First, you have the splints, which are the matchsticks themselves,
Mm-hmm.
and they get chopped to a precise length.
Okay.
And then comes the dipping.
Okay, the dipping.
Yeah, where the splints are bathed in a chemical mixture
Okay.
that forms the match head.
Okay, so you mentioned they offer black, brown, and red match heads.
Yeah.
I've honestly never seen anything but red.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's mostly aesthetics and branding.
Oh, okay.
Pi Exim is all about customization.
Uh-huh.
So giving clients options for the head color,
Yeah.
it helps them, create a distinct visual identity for their matches.
It's not just producing matches.
Yeah.
It's crafting an experience.
Exactly.
Okay, I like that. So after the dipping,
Mm-hmm.
what happens next?
So the splints are super carefully placed into these inner boxes,
Okay.
and then those are covered with the outer box
Right.
that has the custom artwork we talked about.
Yeah.
Then it's all about scaling up.
Okay.
You got 10 inner boxes bundled into a PVC pack. 10 of those packs make a middle pack. Right.
And finally, 10 middle packs are packed into a cardboard carton ready for shipping.
So each carton holds 1,000 matches.
Exactly.
Wow. And it all starts with those little splints.
Yeah.
It's amazing the volume they must be handling.
Yeah, it's a lot.
So do they have special quality control measures in place?
Oh, absolutely. Quality control is key for them.
Right.
They have checkpoints at every single stage of the process.
Really?
Yeah, from inspecting those raw materials
Huh?
to, scrutinizing that finished product.
Oh, wow.
They even get buyer approval on the artwork for everything.
But everything.
Yeah, the outer box, inner packs, even the shipping cartons.
Wow, they are taking no chances.
Not a single one.
But all that checking must slow things down.
You'd think so, right?
Yeah.
But actually, their turnaround time is pretty fast.
How fast are we talking?
For a first order, it's about 25 to 30 days from payment to delivery.
Okay.
But for repeat customers,
Yeah,
it's just 15 to 20 days.
that's really impressive.
Yeah, especially for international shipping. So it seems like building those long-term relationships
Yeah,
is key to their model.
absolutely.
Speaking of relationships,
Yeah.
how do they handle the business side,
Okay.
like pricing and payment and all that?
Well, transparency seems to be a big priority for them.
Okay.
Their pricing includes all the printing costs for those custom designs.
Okay.
So no hidden fees.
I like that.
And payment is split 50-50,
Okay.
half up front when the order's confirmed, and the other half once the goods are ready.
Okay.
They even send photos of the finished product before that final payment.
Wow. So they're really working to build trust with your clients.
Definitely.
So to get those orders rolling,
Yeah.
what kind of information do they need from the customer?
Well, the artwork for the matchboxes, obviously,
Okay.
and they're pretty flexible on file format.
Okay.
They take CorelDRAW, Adobe Illustrator PDFs, the standard stuff.
Okay.
And they also offer artwork proofs by email for free. so clients can, make sure everything looks perfect before production begins.
So we've covered sourcing, production, even the business side of things.
We have.
It's pretty remarkable how much goes into making a Matchbox.
Yeah. You don't think about it.
But those boxes are just the beginning of the journey.
Oh, yeah. We haven't even left the factory yet.
Exactly. Stay tuned, everybody, because
That's going to be good.
we're about to follow those Matchboxes from Madurai to destinations around the world.
It's an adventure.
It is.
I'm excited.
Me too.
All right. Let's do it.
Okay, so we've got those cartons packed up, right?
Yeah, 1,000 matches in each one.
Yeah, just thinking about all those boxes leaving the factory in Madurai,
Yeah.
headed out to markets around the world.
It really is remarkable, like this wave of tiny fire starters
I like that.
going out from India to, light up kitchens and campsites and who knows what else.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So once the cartons are all sealed up and ready to go,
Okay.
they get loaded into shipping containers.
And then transported by road to either the Chennai or the Tuticorin port.
So they're really using India's infrastructure to their advantage.
Well, for sure. Those extensive road networks are key for them.
Yeah, connecting their factory to those major shipping hubs.
Exactly.
Okay, and then what?
Then those containers are loaded onto big cargo ships
Okay,
and sent off to their final destinations all over the world.
and that's where those acronyms come in, right?
You got it? FOB, CFR, and CIF.
Right. Can you just remind us what those mean
Sure, no problem.
and why they're important?
So these terms basically define who's responsible for the goods during transport, who pays for what, and who assumes the risk if something happens.
Right, right.
So FOB, free on board, means Pi Exim is responsible up until the goods are loaded on the ship.
Okay.
CFR, cost and freight, means they cover the cost of shipping to the destination port, but the buyer's responsible from that point on.
Okay.
And then CIF, cost, insurance, and freight, means Pi Exim covers everything.
Everything.
Yeah, costs, insurance, freight, all the way to the destination port.
Okay, so they're giving their buyers options.
Yeah, exactly.
To fit their needs
Yeah.
and maybe their risk tolerance.
Exactly. It's like choose your own adventure for international shipping.
I like that.
Yeah.
But no matter what option the buyer chooses,
Right.
they need to be confident that those matches are going to arrive safely and on time.
For sure. And that's where Pi Exim's commitment to quality really shines.
Okay. How so?
They don't just focus on the product itself. They also work with reliable logistics partners.
Okay. So they're making sure the shipping is efficient.
Exactly. And that those deadlines are met.
It's like they're conducting an orchestra.
Ooh, I like that analogy.
All these different parts moving together, production, shipping, logistics,
Yeah.
and it all flows smoothly.
It does. And just like an orchestra needs a conductor,
Mhm.
Pi Exim provides all these documents to make sure customs clearance goes smoothly.
Okay, what kind of documents are we talking?
Commercial invoices, packing lists, bills of lading,
Wow, the whole shebang.
pretty much all the paperwork needed to keep those matches moving across borders.
So it's more than just making matches. They're navigating global trade, too.
Oh, absolutely. It's a whole other level of expertise.
What if a buyer needs something specific?
Like what?
Like certain certifications that their country requires?
Yeah, they've got that covered too.
Really?
Yeah, they can provide certificates of origin, multimodal dangerous goods forms, even country-specific ones like CESA or KBS.
Wow, so they're prepared for anything.
They really are. They recognize that each market has its own quirks,
Yeah.
and they're willing to adapt.
Okay, so beyond all the logistics and the paperwork,
Right.
what really sets Pi Exim apart?
Well, besides their commitment to quality and customer service, it's their customization.
Oh, right. We talked about the different match head colors?
Exactly. And the striking surfaces,
Yeah.
but it goes way beyond that.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Buyers can choose from different box sizes,
Okay.
different splint counts per box,
Wow.
even the type of wood used for the splints.
Yeah, it's like a Matchbox buffet.
Exactly. They're all about giving their clients options.
It's impressive, especially in a world that's so focused on mass production.
I know, right? But they're proving that customization can work.
Okay. And they're not cutting corners on quality.
Nope. They use high-quality duplex board for the boxes.
What is that exactly?
It's a really sturdy type of cardboard,
Okay.
known for its durability and smooth surface.
So those Matchboxes are going to look good even after traveling across the world.
Exactly. It's all about those little touches.
Right. And the one thing that caught my eye was their focus on damp proofing.
Oh, yeah. That's a big one, especially for kitchen matches.
Yeah. Imagine trying to light a damp match.
Ugh, the worst.
It's frustrating. And it can be dangerous.
Definitely. So Pi Exim Make sure their boxes are 100% damp-proof.
Okay.
So they'll work even in humid environments.
So they're not just making matches, they're solving problems for their customers.
Exactly. And they're doing it with quality and style.
I like it. And all of this is reflected in the feedback they get from their clients.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of which,
Let's hear what the customers have to say.
all right, let's dive into some of those glowing testimonials.
Okay.
Hear it straight from the source.
Sounds good to me. All right, so we've gone through the whole journey,
Yeah, the raw materials, the production, the shipping.
Right, and all the logistics.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, what really matters
Exactly.
is what the customers think.
The customer's right. And Pi Exim has this collection of testimonials.
Okay.
And they're really impressive. What strikes me is just how many different voices there are.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you've got CEOs, managing directors, partners from businesses big and small, and they're all from different parts of the world.
Okay, well, let's hear some of these stories.
Let's do it.
So we've got Mr. Andrew Ethan Hirsch, a managing director from the USA.
Okay.
And he praises their team approach
Okay.
and how they use their experience to meet his specific needs for the Matchboxes.
Yeah.
So that speaks to their ability to handle, complex orders and build those strong relationships.
Definitely. And it ties in with what Mr. Ragnar Veiko, a CEO from Estonia, says. He calls their team responsive and easy to work with.
That's always good.
He even says the partnership was enjoyable.
Wow, that's high praise in the business world.
You rarely hear that.
Okay, and then we have Omar Ahmed, a CEO from Yemen.
Okay.
And he talks about their prompt and professional services.
Sounds like they deliver regardless of location.
It does. And Mrs. Rebecca Grace, a CEO from Australia,
Okay.
she seems pretty confident that she'll be doing business with Pi Exim for a long time.
That's great.
Yeah, that speaks to the trust they build with their clients.
Definitely.
And then Greg Aldo, a partner from Kana, he specifically mentioned the competitive pricing,
Oh, okay.
especially for such a high-quality product.
Yeah, finding that balance is key.
Right. And then there's Juan Carlos, a director from Guatemala.
What about him?
His story is really interesting.
Okay.
He started with just a single container order. But now, thanks to Pi Exim's quality and service, their matches hold half of his market share.
Wow.
That's a pretty big impact.
That's huge.
It's amazing to see these little matchboxes making such a difference around the world.
Yeah. You know, it reminds us that sometimes those everyday objects,
Yeah.
the ones we don't really think about,
Yeah. We take them for granted.
they can have these really intricate and fascinating stories behind them.
Right. And Pi Exim is a perfect example of that.
Exactly. They've taken something so simple
Yeah.
and through, hard work and dedication, they've turned it into a global success story.
So the next time you strike a match, take a moment to consider the journey it took to get there.
Yeah, think about the forests in India,
The bustling port.
the skilled workers at Pi Exim.
Right. And it all leads to that single spark.
It's really quite remarkable.
It is. And maybe it'll spark a question in your own mind.
But what's that?
What other everyday objects have these kind of hidden stories behind them?
That's a great question.
Yeah, what about, the pen in your pocket?
Oh,
Or the shoes on your feet?
I like it.
Yeah, we encourage you to explore those hidden stories.
Keep that curiosity burning bright.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of safety matches.
It's been a pleasure.
And we'll catch you next time.